Today, I'm going to tell you about my latest undervalued dividend stock. With 10 consecutive years of giving dividend increases, showing a powerful growth trend and a potential that shares are 20% undervalued. This dividend king looks like a wonderful long-term investment opportunity for dividend growth investors. Asia United Bank or AUB is one of the smaller publicly listed banks in the Philippines. It was established in 1997 and has steadily built a reputation for being conservative, disciplined, and surprisingly innovative in certain areas, especially in digital payments. The bank has a market capitalization of 61 billion pesos and employing 2,500 employees. Unlike the big banks like BDO or BPI, AUB doesn't dominate headlines, but that's actually part of its identity. This is a bank that focuses on niche strengths, particularly in corporate banking, SMEs, and transaction banking. One of its standout initiatives is its push into digital payments infrastructure. AUB has positioned itself as a key player behind the scenes in systems like InstaPay, powering transfers for other institutions. That's not flashy, but it's profitable and scalable. Let's look on what AUB does well. First is asset quality. Historically, AUB has maintained relatively low non-performing loan ratios compared to peers. That tells us management is cautious about lending, and in banking, discipline matters more than aggression over the long term. Second is capital strength. AUB is well capitalized. Its capital adequacy ratios have consistently been above regulatory requirements. That gives it a cushion during downturns and flexibility for growth. Third is efficiency. This is where AUB quietly shines. Its cost-to-income ratio has often been better than many larger banks. In simple terms, they run a tight operation. They don't overspend to generate revenue. Fourth is digital infrastructure. AUB is not trying to compete with flashy consumer apps. Instead, it focuses on back-end systems, on payments, settlements, and institutional services. This gives it recurring revenue streams. And finally, management style. AUB is known for conservative leadership. They don't chase risky expansion or aggressive lending just to boost short-term profits. For long-term investors, that's usually a positive sign. Now let's talk numbers because this is where investment decisions are really made. AUB has shown steady revenue and net income growth over the years. Though not explosive, it's more of a slow burn story. Net interest income has been stable, supported by healthy loan book. Non-interest income, especially from fees and transaction banking, has become increasingly important. Return on equity or ROE has been respectable, often in the low to mid range. One thing I want to highlight, AUB tends to perform well in interest rate cycles where margins are favorable. Like most banks, higher interest rates can boost profitability, but only in asset quality holds, which AUB has historically managed well. On the balance sheet side, loans are diversified but lean toward corporate clients. Deposits are stable with a decent mix of low-cost funding. This is not a high-growth bank, but it's a consistent earnings generator, which matters a lot for long-term compounding. Now, for income investors, this part is important. AUB has a track record of paying regular cash dividends. The yields have often been attractive compared to other Philippine banks, sometimes landing in the mid to high single-digit range depending on the share price. What's even more important is sustainability. Because AUB is conservative with its capital and doesn't overextend its loan book, its dividend payouts are generally backed by real earnings, not financial engineering. That said, don't expect rapid dividend growth. This is more of a stable income play rather than a fast-growing dividend stock. Now let's talk about the other side of the story because no investment is complete without understanding the risks. First, scale disadvantage. AUB is much smaller than top Philippine banks. That means less pricing power, fewer resources, and potentially lower expansion. Second is liquidity of the stock. AUB shares don't trade as heavily as larger banks. If you're planning to invest significant capital, entering and exiting positions may take time. Third is economic sensitivity. Like all banks, AUB is tied to the health of the economy. A slowdown in the Philippines, especially in SME sector, could affect loan growth and asset quality. Fourth is competition in digital banking. While AUB is strong in back-end systems, the digital banking space is evolving fast. Larger banks and fintech players could compete more aggressively in areas AUB currently benefits from. And finally, growth limitations. Because of its conservative approach, AUB may underperform during bull markets when more aggressive banks are expanding rapidly. When investors look at AUB, they often see a bank trading at relatively modest valuation multiples, sometimes below larger peers. That reflects both its smaller size and lower growth profile, and the market's tendency to overlook less exciting companies. But for value investors, that can be an opportunity if the fundamentals remain intact. So here's the bottom line. Asia United Bank is not a hype stock. It's not going to dominate headlines or double overnight. But what it offers is something different: discipline, consistency, and quiet strength. If you're looking for a bank with solid fundamentals, reliable dividends, and a conservative management team, AUB deserves a serious look. Just remember, this is a slow compounder, not a long growth rocket. And whether that fits your portfolio depends entirely on your investment strategy. Because at the end of the day, the best investment is not most exciting one. It's the one that aligns with how you actually want to build wealth. If you found this breakdown helpful, take a moment to reflect before making any decision. Good investing is not about speed, it's about clarity.